Yo, it's a Weird Fat and Sober podcast. I am your host, Dan the Man, with a little bit of a tan and no van. I wanted to just preface this episode kind of explaining what it is. So I did all of the recording from the green room of Jake's Back Room, which is a venue here in Lubbock if you're not from the area. Saturday night, I celebrated with almost 300 people my 3 years of sobriety. My band headlined. There was, 5 bands. I got most of them on here, so it's kind of like an interview with the bands. And then my 2 childhood best friends told a few stories about me before I got sober. My 3 roommates who I had over the course of my time at Sober Living, they were on for a little bit. It was awesome. It was a great night. What's crazy is what I want to kind of talk about, and I think I talked about it at one point in the episode because I was talking by myself at one part, just kind of right before I went on stage, and then Harvey, my drummer and producer, walked in. But one thing I wanted to kind of touch on was I've really been struggling with anxiety the last couple months. It kind of started when I quit nicotine at the first of the year. I had like the worst anxiety I've ever had on day 1 of no nicotine. We went grocery shopping, me and my girlfriend, and I had like anxiety, like paranoia. Like it was really bad. It was the worst I've ever had it, like ever. So I've been struggling with that, and it happened at the first of the show. I got everything set up, and I was waiting for the show to start. People were starting to show up, and my sponsor and his girlfriend showed up, and I was talking to him for a second, and then all of a sudden I just got really anxious and felt weird, and I was like, "Hey, I'll be back," And I went out to my car and I meditated. I just did a quick little 10-minute meditation I found on YouTube, and it helped a lot. It helped tremendously. And, often that's what I have to do to I'm not on meds or anything. I don't really want to be on medication for anxiety. So meditation helps a lot. So I don't know if you struggle with anxiety, do that. That's what calms me back down is either, doing a meditation, usually something that just kind of helps you focus on your breathing and to remind you to be in the moment and to stop, because what happens to me is I get racing thoughts that just start coming, and it just doesn't stop, and I start thinking about am I being awkward right now, or do I look weird, or do I sound weird, or one thing that's happened lately, it happened the other day, and I think also it's happened to me a couple times where since I've quit nicotine, I've been having a lot of coffee. I'll have coffee during the middle of the day and at night sometimes, and it's not good. But I've noticed that'll help me have anxiety. The other day, I was on campus and two of my friends were fucking with me, and they were like, "Dude, why do you look high right now?" And I have dreams sometimes where people are accusing me of relapsing when I'm still sober. And it freaks me out. And I started having an anxiety attack when they were just fucking with me, And so I had to go and meditate and calm down. I start getting anxious, and I start feeling like everybody thinks I'm weird, or I just start feeling like everyone is out to get not out to get me. That's not a real word. I just start feeling like everyone's thinking weirdly of me when it's really just self-absorbed, and it's just weird when I get into that state, But what I'm saying all this is because I had the anxiety attack before the show. I went and meditated, and then I had one of the best nights of my life thus far. We play at Jake's a lot. That's kind of our home venue here in Lubbock, and we've had some really great shows there, but they had to open it's one room, and then it has another room with a garage door, and it was so packed. It was at capacity in the one room that they had to open the garage door to let people kind of come in and out. So that's never happened before at one of our shows. It was really cool, and when we got on stage, it was just a sea of faces, and a lot of them I know. A lot of them are friends and people who follow us and come to our shows. And yeah, so I really hope you enjoy this episode. It's like I said, it's a combination of interviews with the bands, my friends, and who else? And Harvey, and then there's a little spot where I'm by myself. So I hope you enjoy it. Keep in mind that it is from in the green room, so there is a lot of background noise of the show going on. You'll hear cheers and bands playing and stuff, and so it may not be the best sounding episode, but I really hope you enjoy it because it's just in celebration of me, hitting 3 years of sobriety. And the fact that that happened is just and the fact that I'm able to do all this, the podcast and play shows in 6 days. We're going out on our first tour ever. It's just a little 7-day tour of Texas. And all of these things are a direct result of me getting sober. And none of it would be possible if I didn't have a relationship with my higher power. And that's changed. That's changed over the last few years. It hasn't always been the same. At first when I got sober, I was pursuing Christianity. And these days it's like a version of my higher self, I guess. I don't know. I feel like when I meditate and pray, I'm talking to the oneness of everything, so I hope that this episode kind of serves as a witness to all the things that or all the good things that have come into my life as a result of getting sober and pursuing a spiritual path. And I feel like I kind of repeated myself with some of the things I just said when I do the little solo part by myself. So maybe, I don't know. I hope you enjoy it. Like always, you can find the video part on our channel on YouTube. Just search for Weird, Fat, and Sober. And thanks. Hope you enjoy. All right, I'm here with Bleach Kings, and they just crushed their set. How do we feel about it, guys?
Hey, pretty good.
Yeah?
Fun. Good.
Nice, man. How long have you guys been a band?
Since October of 18, so what is that, a year and 4 or 5 months?
Yeah. You guys won the Luca Battle of the Bands last year, correct?
Yeah.
So have y'all recorded? Because it came with a recording package, right?
Yeah, they got free 10 hours at amusement park recording studios with Scott Ferris, so
nice.
We used all that up and started and done some more. So
yeah.
we went for a full 5-track EP.
Yeah.
So we got one more tracking session, just vocals, and hopefully it'll be done as far as tracking. But
nice.
Then
Any plans for the release? Are y'all gonna throw a show or anything? Or?
We should.
Yeah, something. As far as I think we're thinking of just releasing one song at a time,
okay.
Maybe 3 or 4 of those that way, and then just the whole thing, and then do a big party for that or something like that.
Nice. So 5-song EP. So what would you guys say is your writing process? Do you for Indigo? I bring a lot of the parts and we just kind of mesh it together. And then sometimes we write together. Sometimes we just jam and then we try to make a song out of that. What's y'all's preferred way of writing?
Pretty similar to what we do, right?
It's the only way to do it.
Yeah.
I mean,
just, jam together and then kind of go from there.
That's how we wrote Jack.
He's brought the bulk of it, but we're kind of evolving into a band, I think, that is more intuitive with each other and that can knows what the band wants. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
how long have you guys known each other?
Since October 18.
Really?
Yeah.
So y'all met and then started the band?
Yeah.
Well, it was a Craigslist ad, so we never met before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. I feel like you said, the intuitive part of it is major, especially for writing together and figuring each other out musically, what makes the other people feel validated and excited about what you want to play and write, how you want to sound. It's weird too because it's being in a band other than just playing shows together is kind of it's I don't know, I feel like it's deeper than that, you know what I mean? I feel like my bandmates are my best buds, but we're doing art together. It's weird. It's not like other art forms where you're doing it by yourself, you know what I mean? Paint a picture or anything. When you're playing music, you're just kind of one person all together. It's weird.
Yeah, you have to feed off each other's instincts and and it's iterative, right? You go back and forth, and then after a while, it starts to kind of coalesce into something.
Right. Yeah.
There's definitely a bond and a brotherhood.
For sure.
Right, guys?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, totally.
I'm in on
We're
that.
all friends.
You better
Everybody's
agree
like,
with that.
yeah. Kane's like, well,
Well, no.
Hold on. But yeah, so I mean, y'all killed it, man. And
Thanks.
like most of the time, y'all play like the house show kind of circuit around here, right?
Yeah.
I noticed a lot of people that I see at those shows here tonight. So that's awesome that y'all have that following. And like,
Yeah.
do y'all prefer that playing house shows or?
I mean, that's where we started. I would say there's just like a energy and intimacy. That combo is hard to beat. Like, I mean, the only thing better than house shows is getting paid, honestly.
For sure. For sure.
I feel like people's inhibitions at house shows are lowered, like just as far as expressing how they're feeling when they're at a show. You know what I mean?
Right.
But then you're out in like public, at like a bar and stuff. I feel like it's a little bit different.
Yeah.
You know, there are some people that just do whatever the fuck they want to. You know, I just feel like a house show is just more. It's more intimate and people loosen up a lot more. You know?
Right.
Yeah, they're forced to be close to the stage. Like, there's no option.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're forced to be close together. So like, once somebody starts moving, everybody starts moving. It's very. It just works better that way. In a bar, there's like big, long, concrete, open area, and everybody's like afraid to like step into the light and all
Yeah.
that.
And you hear somebody slamming their glass into the garbage can every 5 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely a different vibe, and I feel like, you know, house shows, you know, they're like right in your face, and like you have that contact with your like people, your fans, or who's coming to your shows, and it's definitely a different vibe. And I feel like it's really hard to sound exactly how you want at a house show because you're playing a little quieter, you're playing the smaller PA usually, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
and then you're playing in a house, so it's like you can't really get super loud, so it kind of makes you fine tune like your areas, I feel, you know. But yeah, man, so I appreciate you guys doing this, and it's a great set, like I said, and we'll go catch the rest of the show.
Yeah. All right.
Awesome, thanks.
Feeling all right? Me too.
So I am joined now by my two oldest friends here. Two oldest friends pretty much in general, minus maybe Stephen Kelly, who I thought was coming tonight, but
Ended up having to work.
Oh, did he? Okay.
That's what he told me.
So yeah, I mostly just wanted to ask you guys your favorite stories about me getting fucked up. I know you got a couple. I know y'all got a few, but because like I you know, I don't have like a super great memory, so there might be stuff that y'all remember that I don't, or just jog my memory.
We don't have
Same
great
here.
memories either.
But one thing I do remember is the first night you got high.
Oh god, damn!
All right,
Don't
let's
tell
hear
this one. Not this one. Anything else? But this
Are you
one.
sure?
Yeah.
Because
No,
that's
yeah, go
my
ahead, tell it. I don't
favorite
care.
story.
Go ahead, tell it.
All right. I don't think I was there. It was a
weren't.
couple
You
years
weren't.
before me.
It was like I just started dating Anna Rios. It was me, you, Matt, and Steven at my mom's house.
Yeah.
Me, you, and Matt were wanting to smoke, and we made a little pipe out of a fucking lead pencil, mechanical pencil.
Yeah.
And a
Tinfoil
piece of
bowl?
tinfoil. Yeah. And we had to wait until Steven went to sleep because we're so scared of what fucking
Steven
Stephen
would
Kelly
snitch
would
on
think
y'all.
of us, which is funny.
Yeah. 'Cause he turned into like a total
He's got
fucking
some good
alcoholic.
stories.
Yeah. But
Anyway, so we went out, we smoked a little bowl, and then before I know it, I'm showing them my mom's dildo. There's this fucking purple goddamn dick, you know? And we're passing it around talking about it. Before we could even answer Dan's question, he was blurted out, "You dare me to lick it?" Well, I mean, we couldn't even fucking answer the question, and he was already fucking licking the goddamn thing.
I licked it like barely, like, and fuck, I don't know why I'm letting you tell me this. I'm probably gonna edit this out. I really should. It's terrible. But I don't know. I was super high, and I was like trippy high. You know what I mean? Like
Shit was weird.
yeah,
was weird.
The first time, you know, yeah, it was weird for me to lick your mom's dildo. It was weird for me.
That's less
Not just
weird.
that, but those first times with smoking, it was real. It was almost psychedelic.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it was.
It was trippy. It was trippy. Like
disorienting.
yeah, and I don't know, man. I mean, I was like such a little. I don't know if hopeless romantic is the word, or like if I just was desperate to. That sounded weird.
I was just so desperate. Yeah, I was so desperate for like, you know, a girl's attention, sex, pussy, all that I was like, oh, this soul. I just want to see what it tastes like. You know, I don't know. Looking back on it, it's very homoerotic.
I kind of feel like he
nothing's
asked
wrong
us the
with that.
question because he didn't want us to catch it in his mouth.
Yeah,
and us think it was weird.
He didn't realize how
Why am I letting you tell the story right now? Jesus Christ.
he didn't realize how gay it looked at the time because he was just like, yeah, that's not actually like a phallic shape.
Yeah. I mean, it was the closest I'd ever been to a vagina. So, I mean.
Well, I mean,
At the time.
he came out of one.
Yeah, that's true. You spend 9 months getting out, the rest of your life trying to get back in, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so what else do y'all got on me?
Lake House.
Lake House?
All right, real quick.
High school, Xanax, like my junior year when I was like on Xanax for like a year.
I've got a quick.
Yeah.
I've got a quick one. All right. So
that.
I used to live. I used to live literally right across the street from the high school. I could throw a baseball to the school. And one day I'm walking to school. It's like 7:40 in the morning, and Daniel in his little green Jeep is fucking coming around on Austin Street, and I see him, Troy, Steven, and maybe somebody else. There's 4 of y'all in there. Or maybe it was just y'all.
No, I think it was just the 3 of us. You made 4.
Yeah, I made 4 or so, and there's just smoke coming out. And by this point, I mean, it's like freshman year for me. I've maybe only smoked weed like 2 or 3 times, and I dug it, but I was like, I'm going to school. It's 7. Like, I was scared, but I was like, man, these are my, you know, I gotta fucking get in. And they pull over, and they're like, hey, man, get in. There's fucking smoke coming out. And I'm like, okie dokie. And I get in this fucking little Jeep, and they've got this big old fucking Zeppelin doobie. Like
the
fucking
size of your
ham,
finger,
dude,
yeah.
a ham. And I'm just like, I've only smoked a couple times, but I'm like, oh man, you can't be a little pussy. You gotta smoke it, you know? So I'm hitting here, passing it around. We take Troy to Stanfield because he was in trouble or something.
Yeah, like alternative school or something. Yeah.
I think
Drummer
he didn't
school.
graduate, and he ended up not having an extra credit, and he had to go to school for
do
an extra
that, to
half
graduate.
semester
Yeah.
to graduate.
Yeah, and I remember just going to school blitzed and being so scared because like they were all used to it, you know. They were like, "Yeah, we're just gonna go to school stoned," but I was fucking so scared. I'm gonna get busted. You know, I stink. My eyes are red. I'm like, my mom's gonna come up here and punch me. Like, I'm scared.
Yeah.
A few months later, voted class favorite.
What, man?
Oh yeah, you were, huh?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
What else y'all got?
This one you might edit out. The going to lunch at McDonald's.
Yeah, this one's kind of mean.
Hey, Daniel, this is a good testament to getting sober.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot about that one too.
Yeah.
Gonna start?
No, you go.
All right. Freshman year, we're going to lunch, going to McDonald's. We're sitting in Kanan's Explorer. Kanan's in the driver's seat. I'm in the front passenger seat. Daniel's in the back right. And we get to a left turn light. And Daniel had like snorted a bunch of Xanax that morning.
I have no recollection of this.
Yeah, it straight erased his memory for 48 hours.
Oh,
Like,
dude.
he couldn't remember a damn thing.
I think there was about 9 months there that I had my memory
Yeah.
erased,
He
dude.
was doing it like off the desk in the middle of
in
class.
class.
No
yeah.
recollection of that.
Okay. Yeah.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Hiding under his little binder. Just,
There's witnesses.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
So we're in the left-hand turning lane, and this girl pulls up to us in her pickup, and she is not aesthetically blessed.
She's
It
ugly.
feels- Yeah. But Daniel rolls down his window, and he's like, hey,
I heard when it was down too.
you're ugly.
I think
And
it
then the
was-
light turned green, and then Kanan fucking guns it. Kanan's like, God damn it. Hits the gas, and he rolls up Daniel's
rolled up
window
the
and locks
child
it.
lock.
Yeah. This is
And
not.
I'm just sitting there like, damn, Daniel, that poor girl.
I know, it's awful. I mean, like I said, no recollection of it. And there was about 9 months there in our junior year of high school where I have no recollection of anything. Like I would come to class some days sober or at least just stoned, and people would tell me like, "Oh yeah, dude, yesterday you did this and that." Like I remember one day.
You said fuck in Miss Clifton's
Yeah,
class.
no.
Wow.
So I came in and I just apparently this is what I was told like days later. But apparently I came in one day and I just set my head down on the desk and the teacher goes, Daniel, you okay? And I go, I'm just a little fucked up. And then I just like put my head back down.
Okay,
Miss Clifton's English, yeah. I mean, I don't know.
God bless her for letting you be.
She didn't call the principal on me, nothing, dude. The fact that I got away with all that, and I never got in trouble in school for like being fucked up when I was like, I mean, dude, there was times like, I mean, we would drink at lunch sometimes, like only maybe a couple of times.
And at that time, you were a known terror suspect.
That's correct. Okay. No, that was but that was in junior high.
That was 8th grade year.
8th grade. So that's years before.
Yeah, I remember school freaking out, being in the auditorium, Mr. Bailey like coming down.
Yeah, remember you convinced me to go.
The situation, and like Daniel's like telling me what he did. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, you made me go. You were like, dude, you gotta. Okay, so I'll explain it. So
Cops were coming.
Yeah, hear it real quick. Here's the context.
Okay, so in 8th grade, I like got really heavy into the internet and like anarchist cookbook type shit, and I'd figured out that you can use command prompt console on PCs to send messages to other computers. And so during our free period in junior high, I was in the library, and I can't remember who was sitting next to me. I think it was like John Martini and some other person. Remington Bloom. The two people sitting next to me, and I was trying to send messages to them. Yeah, it's so funny you remember. Because I had Kane in the next class, and I don't remember what we went to the auditorium for that day, but it doesn't matter. But yeah, I had those two sitting next to me, so I was trying to send messages to them, and I sent things like, I love you, I hate you, you're gonna die when the bell rings, and then like some other inside type jokes that we had going on, like DePatty or whatever the fuck it was. And yeah, so it instead of me sending it to the two people next to me, it sent it out to every administrative computer, every teacher computer, and every computer in the school district.
Command prompt was a mistake.
Yeah, yeah. So instead of me sending it to two people, it went to every computer in the entire school district, including the high school, all the elementary schools, the junior high, because they're all on one system, all on one network, I guess. And yeah, so next period I go and I sit next to Kanan at the auditorium for something we were doing, and like they say over the intercom, like, everyone who was in the library last period come to the office, and I'm like, oh fuck, like I know something's wrong, like I know that I did something, and I tell him, and he's like, dude, you gotta go. And I was like, dude, I don't want to go. Like, and I think about it now, and like, I don't know if they would have caught me if I hadn't gone, and like, but if I hadn't gone, it could have been a lot worse. Like I could have gone to jail.
They would have caught you because they put cameras up.
Yeah, they didn't have cameras then.
You would have
been a lot worse for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Mr. Bailey, like once he learned it was you, it was just like, I can't believe it was one of my students.
Starts crying.
Pretty much.
Dude, yeah. I mean,
Reads To Kill a Mockingbird. Starts crying.
I remember that I went into the office and there were some girls in there who it had gone to their computer and they were just bawling. They thought they were gonna die. I mean,
it was like you're gonna die in like 30 minutes when the bell goes off or something like that.
Some very. Yeah.
Everybody
we
was scared
been
that
in
there was something
6th
going
grade.
on.
It's crazy to think about that I did that on like guys, and I swear to God, like on everything that I never meant to do that to the entire school district. Like I didn't even know that it would do that. You know, like
I didn't see Daniel for like 30 days after that. He went to the AAP.
Yeah.
And that was before drugs.
That was before drugs. Yeah. So.
Okay, so on
Oh fuck. Aren't you guys glad I'm sober? Like,
you were a lot of fun. But you're healthy. You look good. I'm glad.
Still fun.
I am proud of you.
I mean, I let you tell the few listeners I have that I have licked a purple dildo in my life. So
Purple demon.
I still could edit it out, but I mean,
you gotta tag Melinda in this.
Oh no! Oh my God! I'm friends with your mom on Facebook. Oh my God! Oh my fucking God!
Oh man!
Oh my God!
Don't edit it too much.
Oh, dude, you know what's crazy? Oh, I sent it to the group chat earlier, but a while back, some girl sent me last time I was single. Some girl I hooked up with went to one of our shows and then left me a voicemail. And I'm using it in our set tonight. And then today she responded on the Facebook event that she's coming to the show.
Gold.
Oh yeah.
It sounds like she's all fucking drunk. She's like,
she was wasted.
Y'all are so good. I love you. And I'm like,
What's up?
This is gonna be awkward.
Hey, what's up, Steven? We're doing the podcast.
This is Stephen
Is it actually
Kelly.
Stephen Kelly?
Get him.
Man.
It's a good Steven. It is a good Steven. We were talking about the second best Steven.
Our childhood best friend.
Oh, you don't know Steven. Oh,
That's all right though. You're my current Steven, if that makes you feel any better.
Yeah.
I'll see you in there, Bubba. Love you too, man. Thanks for coming. Is Mika here?
no, she's
Oh, well, tell her I said hi. I feel ya.
good.
Cool. I'll see you in there.
Okay, real quick preface to what will eventually be a full episode, hopefully consisting of me and Kanan and Daniel, but more likely me and Daniel, where the lake house.
I want to be involved.
You
There's
should.
stories
You
of
we
fucking Katie
need.
throwing full beer bottles
Yeah.
off the goddamn balcony.
I'm down.
trying to hit
Okay,
I
so
thought about taking my stuff with us on the tour. Maybe we could do an episode at your
we
house.
might could. We
Yeah.
might could. What we need to do is divulge and detail all the things that 3 of the 6 participants remember, and we're gonna come up with a great story.
Yeah.
The first time I really ate acid.
I thought he was gonna say really ate
Ate
ass.
some ass. That was a little
Actually,
ways after acid.
I've known you so well. We've been friends for so long that I actually know the first time you ate ass, and I remember who it was. I wasn't there, but I mean, I remember.
Those-
I'm not gonna say her name.
I don't know who you're talking about. There's a couple.
Wait. There's a story about this.
There's just
No.
we probably shouldn't say her name on here. I'll bleep it out.
No, what?
Yeah, you told us. You're like, yeah,
you
dude.
told us.
I was eating it
This
from the
is
bag,
back-
and I just went ahead and.
This is back when Zane and all them were living together, and you
aware of the
actually
stories, so
came,
you should
came
be.
out to us
You know?
about it.
He's told me about it.
Yeah.
It's all right. We've all done it, dude.
Little blonde
It's
girl?
2020, bro. People eat ass on TikTok now. I'm just kidding. That's not really real. Be kind of cool
What
if it
can
was.
I say? Adjusts bib.
So yeah, I mean, do y'all got anything else?
Real quick, also, he wasn't there when we got busted, was
When you two got.
There was that time we came back from the lake house, and we had all the fucking beer cans and shit in the car. The cop pulled us over
he? Oh,
at
and
the
the
cotton
pipe
gin.
inside the seat.
Yeah.
Coming back from the lake house at the cotton gin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, could have went to jail there.
Yeah. Wait, I think I was with y'all one night when we got pulled over.
And I
Yeah,
think we were
yeah,
on
yeah.
Probation, and
Yeah.
he pulled
Yeah.
our driver's license.
Yep.
He
We
did.
were hiding beer cans.
Yeah.
and
I was
You made a
like-
whole 30 pack that we were
I was
hiding under
like-
a jacket.
I was like
Yeah.
16. I had a paper ID. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? I handed him my fucking paper.
I thought
ID.
we were fucked.
Yeah.
I don't know how
We
made
should have
it
went to
away.
jail.
Yeah. 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 Well, shit, man. I'm glad you guys did this. That was 15 minutes, so.
We'll come back. We'll do it again.
Bet. All right.
There's
Part
lots
one.
of stories.
Yeah,
we
there's
We're
got-
trying to
more.
remember them.
We
Yeah,
got more.
for sure.
Yeah, we'll deliberate.
Yeah. Fuck, man. Now I don't know if I should edit the dildo thing out. God damn it.
So graceful. And now my hand's like under your butt.
You're welcome.
To show up.
I don't like feet.
That's
not your
gross.
fetish.
So I caught a little bit of y'all's set. I didn't catch the very end because I was in here doing another
That
interview.
was the best part though.
Was it? I saw the cover. It sounded good, but I caught maybe next summer. I got a little bit on the recording, but sounded good. How do you feel about it? How do you guys feel about
Very
it?
warm.
Yeah, as I say, it's really.
Yeah, it's hot.
I think
Those lights are bright
I
too.
think it went pretty well overall. We were all talking. I mean, it's still like our 4th or 5th like live show ever.
Yeah.
And so like we were talking about earlier with like practicing and stuff. Like we're still like there's like things we want to definitely get tighter on.
Right.
So but I think it's one of those things where you just gotta like have a little bit of grace for yourself. And,
Dude,
you know.
I had gum. You should have. I should have remembered. I'm sorry. That's my bad. You did.
Yeah,
ask.
dude, that's very rude of
This
you.
is organization for each set. Like,
Yeah.
We have it set up like who's talking, it's like a script.
Do y'all really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
everything
wow.
we say is scripted.
You can look at it.
I'm just kidding. That's not true.
I was like, really? It's like,
Even,
dude, you got to make this joke, and you wait
Right.
exactly 1 second for the
Right,
punchline.
Exactly.
Yeah, but so fuck, man, my computer crashed and I lost what we did earlier. But
Oh, it's not good.
Caleb's here now anyway. So I mean,
He's
I-
the beautiful one.
Yeah, he just
Yeah.
got done watching The Invisible Man.
oh, was it good?
Surprisingly good.
Really? I haven't seen trailers for that. I guess, but
About an invisible man.
well, there was like I think there was like a Kevin Bacon one like a long
Yeah,
time.
there was like
okay.
in the early 2000s.
I just remember he like raped a chick while he was invisible or something,
No,
or
wait.
was about to or something. Like I just remember
so
that.
what is the premise of the Invisible Man?
Hopefully not that.
That was supposed to
Trying
be.
to like kill her. Is it doesn't he?
That's
create, like,
supposed to be a
machine or
joke.
something?
Okay.
Well,
They're like
it's
getting
centered-
real into it.
It's centered on a woman. Her, I guess, husband. I don't know if it's clear if they're married or what, but her partner is super abusive and controlling. She kind of escapes. He kills himself, and she starts to feel like kind of haunted by him. And this guy was like an optics expert, so she starts to think that he had built a suit that made him invisible and was like stalking her.
I need to see this.
Wait. No,
Where's
that's
my
how it ends.
invisible suit?
Is
It sounds
scary?
kind of dumb and outlandish, but it's surprisingly well made.
Okay.
Did we tell you about our side project, Ungunked?
So I have a side project called Smegmar.
Really? Yes.
It's just like grind metal. I'm just kidding.
Dude,
it's not right.
yes.
No, what's your
Smegmar-
actual side project called?
What is mine?
The one-
Pedo Slayer.
Slayer.
I like that. That's dope.
It's literally like tidbits of Chris Hansen coming
Yeah.
in and sit down
This is
right
Chris
there, buddy.
Hansen.
Capture Predator clips.
It says here that you were trying to meet a 12-year-old girl.
You should like send him the link though, because he needs that. Or send it to me. I'll send it to him.
Okay.
For Pedo Slayer?
Yeah, it is
That's-
so great.
That's dope. Oh yeah, so I asked him earlier, Caleb, what was the like worst part of tour? Like they described a little bit about a fight, kinda, and like
See, yeah, no, Caleb's kind of like when we get places, he kind of does his own thing. He'll go and eat, and then he'll go like relax somewhere, and we're just like, "Where's Caleb?"
Caleb
and then,
has-
like 2
Like I
minutes
was doing
before the
today.
show, he's like, "Here, guys." He
Yeah,
goes up there and
yeah,
plays,
yeah.
and we're like, and then he leaves. And
I
we're
can,
like,
I see that vibe like with the last show that we put like that y'all played here. Like I saw all three of y'all like an hour before y'all played, and then Caleb just like
Like
walked
he's
up.
like
right?
there, and you're like,
Watching a
when did he?
movie or something.
That's how we are. We're like, all right, go on stage, and Caleb's like there with his guitar. We're like, when did you get here?
We thought you were not gonna make it.
Right.
Do you have an invisible suit?
I don't know.
Creepy. I guess you'll never know.
Yeah.
But so yeah, what was the worst part of tour?
I don't know. The driving maybe. Like having,
Oh yeah.
having to drive like in the middle of night.
We made Caleb drive like 15 hours straight.
Yeah. So they described about you like driving for 15 hours straight or whatever, and then you were like, "Yeah, I'm not really seeing straight."
Yeah.
Like,
It was like my eyes are starting to.
Do like this.
And we were like, yeah, that's not very safe.
Yeah, I couldn't like focus on one spot, so I feel like that was my cue that I probably shouldn't be driving.
right.
But to be fair, like, we let him drive, so he's gonna drive. We were like, we'll do shifts, and he just kept being like, I can keep going, and he was great. I mean,
Yeah, I love driving. So.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah. So the worst part, I guess, was like the driving and the being tired. And I mean,
Yeah.
what was the best thing out of like what y'all got out of it? Though I can't even remember what y'all said earlier.
So I mean, Brady kind of talked about it earlier, just getting our feet wet.
Right.
This is our first like tour all together.
Right.
We've all like toured together, but it was another project. But
Right.
Getting our feet wet, getting out there, meeting people, and getting the insides and all that. That was probably the best. And, you know, being like a unit, being
Yeah.
together, it was a lot of fun. I mean,
got to
yeah,
see
we had
Brady change. That was part for me.
That's pretty great.
I've never known the touch of a man before.
Yeah.
Feel your beard against us.
Stop it.
Okay, all right.
Jeez.
Getting weird.
I got beard envy.
You guys just like y'all just had one sleeping bag for the four of you. It's just like a giant
That's
4-person
basically
team.
how it is.
Very what?
Yeah.
No, but like, and also like, there's a lot of stuff that had happened with booking, tour stuff, and just the fact that we persevered through that and got
I
through
agree.
it. That
Right.
was very. It was rewarding.
Yeah.
Oh, it'll
Even
make
though
you
we
closer,
spat-
I'm sure.
Yeah,
I mean,
we spat at each other. We were not very nice to each other at times, but we're still here. So,
well, I feel like
We're
Travis
still
was the
here.
one that wasn't very
We're
nice.
no, yeah, I was. Yeah, we were.
I feel like the person that says that usually like, yeah, I was a dick, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with TF. I think I was proud of us for sticking through it and making it happen, and yeah, we learned a lot, and it was fun to I think get some kind of broaden our kind of just connections and things that Samson talked earlier about, some like the people like in different scenes that we met and made connections
Right.
with. So that was good.
Yeah. Samson, what do you think? What was your best moment on the tour?
Okay, I got two. So one, they bought 3 cases of Brain energy drinks, and I love caffeine, so we were just drinking those. That was great.
It was Rain or Bang?
Brain.
We
Although-
like Bing, but Samson likes Rain.
Okay.
I do
I
now
didn't
they
even
got
know what
me
rain was.
It's good.
Yeah,
Pretty good.
they have some good ones.
He like earlier was like, "We got some rain." I was like, "It's raining."
Yeah, exactly.
Really?
Yeah, and I was like, then I was like, "Oh, Rain Cafe," and you're like, "No, dude."
Right.
But so they got a case of rain energy.
No, we
drink?
had 3 cases.
Three? How many is in a case?
Like
6.
Too many.
Oh my god, that's like a
We were
8 ball
just
of
like drinking
cocaine.
them perpetually. Caleb, we were just like, as he was driving, handing him one like every 4 hours.
The funny
Literally,
thing
he
Stop
was
this.
like, we'll like open it for him and hand it, and he's like,
we planned in prep tour and we were like, we need to drink a lot of water. We brought
we
no
drank
water.
like no water.
Caleb was the only one that brought water. He had a jug of water, and that's
Damn.
And that lasted.
Gotta hydrate, man. Yeah.
We were not healthy. That was good. And then we got burritos one morning.
From
Oh,
where?
yeah, on Haley's.
It's just little things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me and T-Hub tried vegan food for the first time.
Yeah, they were like, eat this burger, and I was like,
the food you gave
Oh
us.
yeah, I tricked y'all or something.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's a regular
No,
burger.
it's
I'm
really
like,
meat.
Right, that was literally what happened.
Oh, was it like an Impossible Burger or whatever?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
And then he tainted us and we threw it out.
Can't believe it's not me.
He put his taint on you? No, I'm just kidding. What was your best moment, Caleb?
Touch of your beard.
Seeing Brady change.
Oh yeah, we said that already.
I feel violated because I didn't know you were there. So, you know.
It's like an invisible suit, dude.
Actually,
He
one-
actually let you see him. He didn't have to do
speaking of
that.
The best moment was when I changed in the back of our tiny U-Haul, and Samson and Jazzy like guarded the door outside of the venue.
That's great.
Little did you know I was inside with you.
Just in the corner, just
Stroking his beard.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, toaster strudel. Let's go.
Toaster strudel, yeah.
So yeah, I mean, memories
It's like,
made.
I don't even know what's happening.
No, I don't care. I'm glad. Yeah, it sucks because we had some really good shit earlier. We laughed about and laughed mostly about like you going like not being able to see straight. They were like, "Oh, my eyes are doing this."
I swear on my life, he did that. They was like, yeah, my eyes are just going like this.
I mean, he was perfectly normal. He was just driving. He's just like, how you feeling, Caleb? Feeling pretty good. I'm seeing like this.
It was just
right
funny
now.
because he
And we're
wasn't
like,
trying to be funny.
I was
He was
totally
just chill. He
awake.
was
I
like,
felt great, but my eyes. Like,
Oh, I know that feeling. It's terrible. But mine's from like drug induced usually. Like, yeah, I've been awake for 3 days. It's fine. Like and you're just like you have to like kind of wink to see straight. Like it's terrible. Yeah. But
oh my gosh.
yeah, man, how did y'all feel about your set? Let's ask that.
I feel like we feel pretty good. You know, and like it's one of those things we talked about earlier. You know, we can only practice so much. Brady in Houston, Samson in Midland most of the week, and then Caleb here, and then I'm in Border or Amarillo area, and so it's kind of difficult to practice. But I feel like we practiced like for 4 hours today, roughly. Mm-hmm. And then going into the set, I feel like
You got 6 songs.
Okay, you gotta give him
Pedo-
okay, tell him the
Pedo
names,
Slayer.
I'll tell him the
so
context.
this is called Ungunked.
yeah,
No,
this
don't
is
tell the
Ungunked.
context.
Okay, I
It's
will.
beautiful without.
6 songs so far. Daddy's mad. You didn't put it in there. It burns. Look into my eye. You don't think I put it in there?
Oh my fucking god.
You promised. And last one is this isn't cosmetology, boy.
Oh my god. Is it just like metal or like?
We haven't wrote the songs yet.
It's just the names. Dude, if you need a
important
feature,
step, though.
I'm so down
You're
for
in.
it.
You're in. We've got it.
Just that stupid Bree. Years ago, there was a band called O that was like joke metal, and it was like that was the joke. It was like like the beginning of oh, like,
Right.
and like all their shit was just breakdowns the whole time. It was just ridiculous. But
I need to look them up. How do you spell that?
OH exclamation point.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm totally gonna look them up.
It was a little. I remember there was a song that was like super transphobic. It was about like killing a transvestite prostitute or something.
Golly.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh.
Question.
It was like 2008. You know.
Ah, yeah.
yeah.
Our songs are probably there. Yeah, we need to work on the PC nature of it. So far, we're not doing great.
Oh,
We don't
yeah.
have any lyrics though, so
No,
I mean,
the
clean
ungunked
slate.
songs.
Well, they're only titles. Like they're pretty ambiguous.
That's
So we could
true.
go anywhere with them.
I feel like 99% of people would be down with Pedo Slayer though. I think you'll be all right.
Oh yeah. I'm down for that.
Yes.
It's beautiful.
As long as it wasn't like Trans Slayer or something fucked up, like you know, like that'd
Yeah.
be terrible.
Librarian Slayer.
Yeah.
Librarian Slayer.
Slayer.
Yeah.
There's a whole community there that I would isolate though.
Most of the people that consume death metal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
man, I enjoyed you guys' set. I'm glad we played a show together, and I'm looking forward to some more, man.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, we appreciate
man.
you having us out, man.
Samson, you were already gonna be here, so it's not even really. I'm
But
just
now I
kidding.
get to be here.
Well, on behalf of non-Indigo South State members, we really do appreciate
yeah.
it. Man. We're
Yeah.
stoked for you, and we're stoked to be a part of it. So
Thanks,
it's a
man.
great show, man. It's a
Yeah.
great turnout, great people. So
Great
it's awesome.
cause.
Great cause.
Thanks, man.
Great celebration.
Yeah.
And chocolates.
Fun fact, if you guys didn't. Wow. Yeah. Oh, no, I'm just kidding. It just starts sweating. It just starts smelling in here. No, what was I gonna say?
Travis, the foot.
Oh, well, fun fact.
you
So,
dislike feet, Travis?
I've actually known Samson a long time, and he used to buy weed from me, and that's how I first met
Really?
him.
Yeah.
Yep. A long time ago, like 8 years ago.
Oh my god.
like
I didn't realize
6.
you known him that long.
Okay, yes, and you know Travis Christopher, right? He used to play bass for us. He took his
Oh,
first,
yeah.
He got high for the first time with Dan.
Really?
Oh, yeah, huh?
Gave him a fat dab, and he was like,
Was this
I didn't realize. I don't remember. I was doing heroin then, so I really don't remember.
I played a house show with you one time with DCR.
I think it was like a Valentine's Kill Cupid or
yes.
something like that.
Yeah, it was that. That was
I
so
almost
good.
went to that.
So I don't know if y'all knew this or even realized this, but during that show, I had a bag of cocaine like on my amp, and I was sticking my guitar pick in there between songs and
Oh my
doing
gosh,
lines.
really?
And yes,
I had
dude.
no idea. Oh my
Stupid.
gosh.
I just had it sitting there like on a speaker on my amp or something, like terrible. But yeah, man. So it's good. I'm glad y'all guys are here. It was fun,
Yeah.
and thanks for being here to celebrate me being sober.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. All right, cool.
Sweet.
Check. So I'm about to go on stage, and I just wanted to do like a quick bit about being 3 years sober and what that looks like. Outside of this room, there's almost 200 people here to celebrate with me. Actually, I think there's more. They said they're almost at capacity, so they had to open up the other side, which has never happened at one of our shows. They only do that at like big national touring act shows, and it's crazy. Like I have played a lot of shows. I've played for free. I've played for no one. That's probably gonna happen some more. We go out on our tour next week, and yeah, that's probably gonna happen some, and that's part of it, you know. But 3 years ago, my life was a total mess. I mean, my life was not even just like my life as far as like job and finances and house and car, like that stuff was a wreck. You know, my car, I didn't have a car. I had a place to stay with my girlfriend, kind of. I didn't have a job, you know, and all that stuff is, I mean, it matters, but it's not really your life, you know. It's not the most important thing. The most important thing is like your dignity and your, you know, validation. And it's funny that this song is playing during this. It's like 80s. But yeah, 3 years ago my life was a total mess, and I wanted to die, straight up. I couldn't go a day without putting drugs in a needle into my arm. I hated who I was. I was a miserable person to be around. I was a miserable person, you know, in every sense of the word. And I don't know. It's crazy what can happen when you get sober, and when you getting sober is great, and it's really important. But the biggest thing is that I pursued a spiritual path. You know, whatever your belief system is, you may believe in a Christian God, you may believe in Allah. It doesn't really matter. The main thing that matters is pursuing being a better person. And I'm not a great example of recovery. I haven't gone to a meeting in a while, honestly. I don't call my sponsor like I should. And I've only had one sponsee ever, and which really, I'm not a good example of 12-step recovery. But even then, if if I'm a bad example of what can happen when you get sober and you make a spiritual path your top priority, even if I'm the worst example, I mean, it's incredible still, because just in 3 years, I've been able to start to gain traction with the thing I'm trying to do in my life, and that's music. And I've been able to go back to school on a scholarship. I've been 3.4 is my GPA right now, I think, something like that. I had 3.7 my first semester back, And I have a lot of shame and guilt about being 27 and being a sophomore in college. And I have a lot of shame and guilt that I'm 27 and I don't have a family or a career. But what I do have is I have peace of mind. I have like some self-respect. I can look at myself in the mirror and I can like really love myself. I don't do that great every single day, every single way. I struggle with a lot of things. Before the show, I had really bad anxiety. I had to go out to my car and meditate just to like calm down and not, I don't know, I was just freaking out. It was bad. But like I said, if I'm the worst example of what recovery is, then that's still pretty dang good, because my life is amazing today. Like, I don't have a lot of money, and I may not be like going on an international tour, but like if I was playing rooms like this in my addiction, in this building, I've shot up in the bathroom here, which is crazy. I'm celebrating being sober in the same place where I used to shoot up, and yeah, it's crazy, man. I mean, I don't know. If I'm the worst example of what recovery can be, then it's still pretty amazing, because just in 3 short years, my life has gone from nothing and going nowhere to like the future is pretty bright now. And I have a lot of reasons to be happy. You hear that? It's a lot of people here, and I'm very blessed. And not a lot of people get a second chance at this thing, and I got that. And yeah, I'm super lucky. Oh, here comes Harvey. Yeah, I was just ranting, just talking about how grateful I am. Yeah, I'm grateful for you. You're not a dick. Why would you say that? Do you feel like you're a dick?
I feel like I can be an asshole sometimes.
You know what I love about you is you work really hard and you have like high standards. Is that recording? Mm-hmm. Okay. You have really high standards of what you want, and yeah, you think you come off as a dick, but you don't. You really don't. Like I
think. Well, you know what's so crazy though, man? Like when I was like, so when I first started playing with like that band LCA, Lights Camera Action, I was like the youngest one in that band at the time, and like the oldest person in that band was like 28, 29,
right,
which is about the same age as I am now,
right.
And I always thought, I was like, man, he's such an ass, but like he wasn't an ass. He was just like,
was it Anthony?
No, it was our bass player Cody at the time, like,
right.
And like it was like he wasn't an ass or anything, but he was like, he would just tell you straight up. You know what I mean?
Right.
And like now me hitting that age, that he was at, he was like, when we quit that band, he was like 31, 32, so it's just
right.
like, now I understand it, man. It's just like, I don't give a fuck anymore.
I get
like,
that, yeah.
It's like, I'm tired of like fucking having to like explain or like have to worry about other people's like
opinion.
Not even opinion, but like worrying about hurting other people's feelings.
Yeah, I get that. I get that.
And like, it's not like I want to hurt anybody's feelings. It's just would rather just tell them straight up, man. Like,
no, and
it's just. And so, like, in that point, then I think about it, and I'm just like, damn, I'm such an asshole, Like,
no, you're not an asshole. I mean, if you really are to think about it, a true piece of shit asshole is somebody who doesn't tell you what they really think or what you probably should hear, but they tell you what you want to hear, and they let you fail.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A true friend, somebody that actually cares about you, will tell you like, hey, this is what you need to do. This is where you're fucking up. Like, you know what I mean? And you are that person, and I value that. You know, I think we live in a world now where like that's not really valued. Like, you know, and I'm all for diversity and like, you know, supporting people who have struggles, but like we also live in a society where it's like, yeah, you can, you know, like Lizzo, like I can't talk shit about Lizzo. I'm fucking overweight, you know, but like I don't think it's like, I don't expect anybody to be okay with me being overweight. Like I know that I need to like lose weight for health issues and to feel better about myself, but like we also live in a society where we allow people to make bad decisions and we like reinforce bad, you know, habits and things, and we like tell them like, oh, it's okay that you're overweight, or oh, it's okay, you know what I mean? And so it's weird. We don't have
and then I'm an asshole like that too, because
why, for making jokes? I know. Something the other day, I was like asked you guys want to do the podcast, and y'all were like, you were like something about fat jokes or something, and Tanner was like, oh, is that off limits now? But I was like, yeah, you know. But I don't know. I mean,
it's all out of love, man.
Yeah, for sure. We all talk shit. That's like, if I don't talk shit with my friends, then we're probably not friends. You know what I mean?
But I am, man. I'm really happy for you, man. I'm happy
Thanks,
that
man.
you're
I
3
appreciate
years
it.
clean now, dude.
That's
Check
crazy,
that out.
right? That's crazy, right? You remember when you met me, it was like right around my bottom, you know, of my addiction, rock
Which
bottom.
is so weird, because like honestly, dude, like I didn't like. Okay, so my perspective when I first met you. My perspective when I first met you was like, I mean, I thought you were like a cool dude, just straight, you know, like it didn't ever seem like you were really like fucking like tweaked
Fucked off.
yeah, or anything like that. Oh, I'm gonna hold it.
Okay.
Cause like when I was like, when I first met you, like you were still cool and like chilling and everything, like, but it wasn't like you were like you said, like super fucked off or anything like that.
Yeah, it wasn't dire.
There was that one night that we played that house show. That was the only, I think that's
and I kept going to the bathroom like every 5 minutes.
Yeah, probably, but
Yeah.
like the one thing that I remember, I thought you were just fucking drunk, dude. Like
Right.
in my opinion, like that's what I thought. I was just like, dude, this dude's like shit faced right now. You know?
Yeah.
But like you were like sitting on the couch and I was sitting like right beside you and you were just kind of like not moving, not like
Yeah.
there was a bong sitting right in front of us, you know. And I was just like, this dude's just like really fucked off right now, you know. Like
I mean,
or,
I
like-
was, but
and I thought you were just like fucking drunk or something,
Right.
you know, like. And it was just kind of, it was crazy, man, because like now that I like when you went off and you were like, yeah, I'm going to rehab and stuff, I was like, damn, I guess he has like a drinking problem, you know, or something like
Really?
that. And then like you told me what it was for, I was like, damn, like I didn't even expect that, you know. Like,
that's pretty normal though. Most people don't. I mean, you know, Trisha knew because she was finding my needles everywhere and shit, you know. But like most people don't. Most addicts are pretty good at covering it up. And like,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not the like worst of the worst. Like I only did heroin for 2 years, you know, and I only shot for a year. So it's like, but still, yeah. I mean, there, you know, I know that y'all both, you've told me stories of like, you know, when I'd come over to your house and like we'd chill for a second and I'd fall asleep immediately.
yeah,
and just,
yeah,
like,
I remember that too. And I was like, it's like, man, I guess he was like really fucking tired or something, you know, like.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, man. Like, I always thought that, like I said that one time when we were in Dallas, I was like, I just thought you were like kind of weird, man. You know, like it's like, all right.
I mean, I am.
He's just kind of weird, you know, like.
Yeah, just different.
I mean, yeah, but yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Knowing about it now, and like, I'm glad you're there, and like you were about to lose your fucking stay there at the fucking.
Yeah, no, you fucking saved my
apartments and
ass,
shit.
man.
That was wild too, man.
Yeah, Harvey. I went to jail for a little bit while I was in sober living, and I was about to, you know, get kicked out because I wasn't there paying rent.
Oh,
And
you were in rehab too. Oh no,
No, I was in jail. Yeah, I was in jail. I went to jail like 6 months sober, and Harvey, like, you know, I had been going to church with Harvey and playing on the praise team and stuff, and he had got the church to raise enough money to pay my rent for while I was gone. It was like the nicest thing anybody's ever done for
Oh,
me.
it was
man.
other friends of ours too, man. It wasn't
Yeah,
just the
it
church.
wasn't just the church.
No,
Oh,
no.
damn,
It
dude.
was-
Yeah, man, you fucking really hustled and saved my ass on that. And
Oh, it
yeah,
wasn't
man.
just me,
I mean,
it was a lot of us. It was a lot of friends.
I
Man.
know I'm very blessed, you know, and honestly, man, like I'm so excited. Like, dude, they opened the other side. That's never happened.
Dude,
huh?
that's what I was like. I was telling Aaron just now. I was talking to him, and
Yeah.
I was like, he was like, "Oh man, they opened that up. I guess it's too hot." And I was like, "No, they only opened that up when they hit like a certain capacity. They had
Yeah,
to open up that side."
I think he said that Lewis told me that they hit the capacity on that side of the room, so they had to open it up.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, that's the first time we've
that's
ever
the
had
first
that,
time
dude.
that's
It's
ever
so
happened,
awesome, man.
dude. I
It's
know,
crazy.
and It's just crazy, man. That's what I was saying before you walked in here. Was like, I don't feel like I'm the best example of recovery at times, but even if I'm like one of the worst examples, like, still pretty amazing what can happen when you like, get sober and like make, like pursuing a spiritual path and pursuing a better life, like the top priority. What can happen? It's incredible, man. But yeah, man, I'm glad you walked in here. But I love you.
That's random.
It's crazy because like I only knew you for a few months before I got sober, but since you've been in my life has gotten better, man. And
That's cool, man.
I'm glad you're here, man.
For you. I'm really glad, man, that like I actually met y'all at fucking
Bashes.
That's where it was. I was trying to think of the name. Yeah, at Bashes, dude. Like,
yeah, man, that's crazy.
I'm glad like we met there because it was random. I was leaving Oceans at that time.
Oh, yeah.
Man. Like our band was literally on like we had like one more show and that was it.
Yeah.
And so like that was it, man. I mean, I saw y'all and I was like, all right, man, these dudes are gonna be like, that's the band I need to be in, man.
Yeah,
like,
it's awesome,
crazy.
man.
Like,
yeah, and yeah, man, I'm really grateful. That's awesome. But I'm about to get ready. If you're getting ready.
yeah, I think they got one more song left.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
why I came in here.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
All right. Bye, y'all. So you three were at different times were pretty much my sober living roommates. Parker lived next door to me, but
don't remind me.
But it counts. It counts as roommates. So I only have a second because this is their last song. But what's something you guys remember weird, goofy, fat, sober about being my roommate?
I remember specifically, and I thought about this. I have.
If you're gonna talk about the change.
No,
That's
but I
another
can.
thing. That's another thing.
I picked up my change can today, and I thought of you, and I put it back down.
I'm
it
so
seemed
sorry.
light again. Have you been to my house?
I've been to your house. I stole all your quarters again for cigarettes.
What I was gonna say is, I remember moving in, and because Will left treatment 2 days before me.
Right, you moved in first.
Yeah. No, he did. He did. He moved in first.
But yeah, I met you first. Because remember you came and checked it out.
Yeah, because you went to go see your family or something.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
That's
so
right.
he
I always
moved
get
in.
that confused. I always thought that I was first, but I don't know where I got that from.
I don't know, but yeah. Anyways, I walk in with my parents, and I just see music equipment all over the fucking place.
Yeah.
And my first thought was, oh, fuck. This dude's just going to be noisy
Loud.
and play some horrible fucking music, and I'm going to hate it. And then you showed up, and you like hit it off with my dad, and then you turned out to be this fucking excellent musician. and it
Aw,
was
thanks,
actually
man.
great being able to listen to you practice.
Aw, thanks.
That's what I was.
Damn, I really thought that was gonna be way worse.
No. Actually, I remember enjoying listening to you practice in your room because you
Aw,
thought
thanks,
you were being
man.
quiet,
Yeah.
but it was the loudest shit. But it was really good. It was
I know,
really
and I always tell my roommates, I'm like, hey, if I'm loud, just tell me, bro. I'll turn it down.
We
or I'll,
never said shit.
I know.
But anyways, that's mine.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Probably more so from the Stage 4 house.
Yeah.
The memories.
Right.
Probably fondest memories were of just creeping into your room late at night. You're fucking naked under the covers, and I'm like, hey, Dan, are you naked under there? And you're like, come find out, man. No, but dude, just talking to you about the most random.
Dude, our stoop time was the best, dude. We would have the
ancient
best
aliens. Yeah,
we would like smoke cigarettes on the porch and like have the deepest God talks.
Yeah, I miss that, dude.
Me too, man. What about you, Parker? You got any good memories?
So I think mine's more of like Marcus's.
Will you move that mic over to him for a second? The mic.
Yeah, I think more of mine's like Marcus's, man. Just like late at night, I stayed in the other duplex, so I'd hear Dan playing, and it was kind of like, shit, I gotta be at work at 5 a.m. and this is loud as fuck, but like at least it's good music. So I was like, all right,
I'm
this
sorry.
isn't too bad. But yeah.
Do you have to work tomorrow morning?
No.
Oh, okay, I was like, fuck.
Yeah. But no, I mean, like that, man. It was just cool, and it was really a neat experience, man. Getting to know you and see this musician side. And
Thanks,
I
man.
think I was sitting in the apartment. I think it was like my second day there. And
Oh, yeah.
I saw Dan walk in carrying all this shit.
Parking lot.
Oh, really?
There was just a shit ton of people outside, and you were out there just playing. I can't remember what it was. I think it was
At the door?
Yeah, it was. You you were just fucking around. I can't remember what it is. I'll send it to you.
Yeah,
I'll
send
find
it to me.
and Send it to you. It's hilarious.
Yeah, that's
It's
great.
just like a bunch of people sitting outside in lawn chairs, and you're just walking around by yourself.
Really?
Yeah, playing music. So
I don't
I'll
remember
send
that.
to you.
That's great.
Shit.
Well,
You used to always gas up my food too, man. I could have made hot pockets for you, and you'd been like, dude, these are the fucking best hot pockets I've ever had. In
bro,
my
you're a
life,
good cook, man.
Yeah, no,
I need to get that
appreciate it.
one recipe from you, that chicken cordon bleu thing.
That was good.
Yeah.
Salmon.
Salmon, yeah.
Salmon.
Yeah, man. Well, I'm really glad in the last 3 years I've got to know you guys and maybe be friends with y'all and live next door and with y'all, and it's been
Who would've
good,
thought?
man.
We're here now, man.
I know,
Yeah,
and it's funny. All four of us are so different, and I feel really close to you guys, and like it's weird. I've only known you guys a few years, but I feel like I've known y'all forever.
No,
and
it's true, man.
Yeah, but cool, man. Well, that's my cue. So thanks, guys.